This podcast provides a platform that will share many different points of views that should empower you, uplift you, make you want to go out and do right. When you hear the term still a man, say, yes, I am. Still a man. Yes, I am. Still a man. Yes, I am. Let's go.
What's up, people? Welcome to another episode of the Still a Man podcast. Today's topic is Kamala Harris for president. Now, look it. Unless you have been in a coma, there's been some changes going on. And I had a whole list of questions ready to ask the panel, but got to go a whole different direction because with Biden removing himself from the presidential election of 2024, it's a whole new game. So there is a new sheriff in town, and her name is Kamala Harris. Now, the Vice President Kamala Harris has had a lot of firsts. Is this going to be yet another first for her? Will she become the first woman U.S. president? Again, I said the first woman U.S. president. Now, let's get some little fun facts about Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris was a senator. Kamala Harris, or she might be still acting, I'm not certain if she can hold two offices at once. She was also a prosecutor. And of course, you guys know she is vice president of the United States. But above all that and foremost, she is a mother, she is a wife, and what else? She's a strong Black woman. Yes, I said strong Black woman. Let's go ahead, put it out there before we get into discussion, and y'all spend a lot of time with needless going back and forth, bickering about if this lady is Black or if she identifies as being Black. I'm going to say it one time, and then we don't have to rehash it again. So, I too was one of the individuals that was questioning what she identifies as based upon things that she has said in the past. But at the behest of my sister, Kiana, she told me I should take a more in-depth look into what was being said. And I did as instructed. And what I found was this. I'm going to say this nice and clear and loud for everybody so that you understand. Yes, Kamala Harris is a Black woman. The reason why these rumors or this muttering about her not being Black or not identifying as Black, because during a certain time on the census and other things, you could only check off one ethnicity. So she checked off the ethnicity that she chose to do so at the time. She never said she was Black. She just could not check off Black and Asian. So that is the reason why she did what she did. There was not.
So I'm confused.
Excuse me.
You said she never said she was Black.
I said, let me finish.
You made a mistake,
The
though.
reason why you can
No, he didn't.
You can correct
Shut
me
up.
when
He did.
You can correct me when I'm done. So, as I was saying, the reason as of late, I think it was early as 2000, they just now put, I believe, you can check mixed race biracial. So now that's an option for the biracial women and men that fill out the census and any other things that requires your ethnicity. So if you go and Google her, it is going to say ethnicity American. It's not going to say black. It's not going to say Asian because, like I said, I did some in-depth research and I'm telling you what I found. And if I'm wrong about anything, guys, feel free to correct me. But I do not want to spend a whole bunch of time going back and forth about what her ethnicity is and what she identifies as, because this is a monumental time for America. She is in position to be greater than what she currently is. She is in position to be the first woman U.S. president. And I think that in itself will be a great accomplishment. Right? Let's get started. Now, that being said,
That was like the I Have a Dream speech.
Yeah, you remember I did that in school one time.
We're not talking about that. We're
But
talking about
let's get to it.
He ain't heavy. He's my brother.
Let's get to it. So, Bird, since you want first stab at it, what do you know about Kamala Harris, and how do you feel about her positioning to let's say receive the Democratic Party nomination for president, candidacy for president?
I don't know much about her, to be honest. And I mean, would it be a great accomplishment? Yeah, but I'm invested in running the business and I don't know much about her to say anything, good or bad. I'll leave it at that.
Okay, being honest, I like that. All right, let's get Robert in there. He was waiting to jump in. Take this time to answer the question, and give you. You said that I was wrong about something, so I'm going to give you a chance to refute that what you believe I was wrong about. So first, go ahead and make that correction about you said I was wrong about something and didn't answer.
you just misworded. That's all. It was something simple, but I'm pretty sure the viewers caught it. I'm just gonna tell you short. I believe she has a chance of winning. I believe she has a chance of doing something different. We just gotta see her get in there. I ain't gonna talk too much about what I believe she can get done at this time because she worked with Biden. So she might want to finish up some of his work, or she might want to go on her new journey, as she did state it. She has some things of her own she wanted to see done.
Okay, well said, well said. Gregory, go ahead and jump in there. Same question. What do you know about Vice President Kamala Harris? And do you think that she will receive the nomination?
I actually think Big Mike is gonna end up being the candidate running for president. Michael Obama, in case anybody know who I was talking about.
Didn't you tell him we was gonna stay true to form?
Let him finish.
David.
And I don't know how we in the Black community begin to champion somebody that doesn't check off the box as a Black person.
Okay, all right.
And we're calling them a Black person.
Okay.
And the same person arrested over thousands of Black people for smoking marijuana and then laughed about it, saying that she used to smoke weed listening to Tupac.
Okay.
So for the last 4 years, the person that I've seen, she keeps saying the last 4 years has been monumental to the history of the American people when we hardly seen her. But we're going to champion her because the color of her skin is crazy.
Don't worry about it, ladies. You're going to get a chance to address this. You're going to be able to refute anything that you hear, but just hold tight. There's a method to my madness. We're going to go to Sean next. Sean, can we get your thoughts on Kamala Harris? Do you think that she will receive the nod? Do you think she will get the nomination?
She has, as we speak right now, she has received enough delegate nominations to run for presidency. I think that everything that she's been doing in the background is going to come to the forefront, and people are going to see what it is that she's been doing.
Okay, sounds right. But again, let's not put the horse before the carriage because she still has to go through the formal process.
Gosh.
And that's not going to be made known into the Democratic National Convention. So
Correct.
hopefully they got all that squared away beforehand, and that would just be a formality when we get there about those little elections that they have within the conference. We're gonna go to Timmy next. Timmy, how do you feel about Vice President Kamala Harris? And do you believe that she will receive the Democratic Party nomination?
Well, first off, let me say that she is his worst fucking nightmare. Reason being, she's a fucking educated woman. He don't like educated women. He despises educated women. He despises women, period. They're supposed to stay in the background and don't say nothing, just look pretty on his arm whenever they appear in public. But as far as her, she's his worst nightmare. And he's ranting and raving because he don't know what to do. You talk all that nonsense about Biden's age. Now somebody's young is gonna focus on your goddamn age.
See,
You ain't gonna like that shit. So she just his worst fucking nightmare, and he can't stand it. That this you look at all the women that he tried to, degrade, and how all the ones that stood up to him, he can't stand them. He got so much negative stuff to talk about and trying his hardest to break them down, but they won't let him, and so he can't stand them. So it's just what it is. She's a nightmare to the guy, and he knows it, and he's running. He's running rapid. He's running stairs.
All right, so let's go on to the next person. All right.
Bullshit.
Dude, can we get your thoughts? Do you believe that Kamala Harris will receive the nomination from the Democratic Party for the presidential candidacy?
Yeah, she'll receive it and she'll get it. But then after that, it's going to be a fight, a real fight. And I hope she don't. I hope she got some strong skin because he's going to come at her like ain't no other. He can get real nasty and real brutal.
Man,
And they're
she's
going to
a
wait.
goddamn prosecutor.
And they're gonna wait on her reactions to all that brutalness that he's gonna give her.
And can I?
And the only thing that'll save her because women are sentimental towards each other. If he gets real nasty to her to where it looks like he's like almost bullying or almost like y'all women know what I'm talking about, that thing that men do
All the
sometimes.
women got to stand up.
Like when he
They
just
will
called her
stand
dumb
up
as a
and he'll
rock, and
lose
they're
some of his
saying
women
he can't say
votes.
that.
That's
He'll
right.
lose some of his
Believe it.
women votes. So he
Believe
got
it.
to be careful too on how he approach her. He can be as nasty as he want to be, but if he cross a line with a
Yep.
woman on public television, he's gonna lose some of his women supporters, and they're gonna go over to her for that sympathy.
All right. And before I go on to the next panel member, I'm going to ask you guys to say his name. Don't refer to him as he, making known.
Okay, got you. Donald Trump.
Know who you're
Got you.
talking about. And guys, when we get to these, please don't use acronyms. Please use the full name of the organizations and stuff like that for those that are unaware of what these acronyms stand for. All right, did I get all the men on the panel?
Big Mike.
All right, so we're gonna move on. All right, first up, let's give it to Itzema. You ready to share, beloved? How do you feel about Kamala Harris, and do you think that she will receive the presidential nomination from the Democratic Party? You gotta turn your mic on. All right, we're gonna go to someone else and we'll come back to her. Gina, welcome back, beloved. Same question. How do you feel about what do you know about Kamala? And do you feel that she will receive the Democratic Party nomination for US president?
I know that she's for women's rights, which is a positive. I do think somebody said that she's been in the background in this whole presidency with Biden. And I don't really know much about her besides that. I honestly believe that Michelle Obama, her being the first lady of Barack Obama and his presidency, had a more impact on the Black community than she
Big
had
Mike.
in the in this whole and her whole vice presidency. I wish she did identify as a Black woman, but I didn't know that she didn't identify as a Black woman, which really sucks.
Don't check that box, cuz.
Let me correct you again. So just in case you missed what I said, she does identify as being Black.
Oh, she does. Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. You said American, so I didn't know.
Yeah. She. That's because when you Google her, that's what comes up.
That's because she's Asian.
Just so we don't have no misunderstanding, the vice president does
identify as a Black woman. Okay. Well, other than that, I don't really. She's been in the background to me, during this whole Biden's presidency. So I don't know much about her. I know that she's for women's rights. So just because of that, I'm going to vote for her. That's it.
Okay, short and sweet. Patsy,
Yep.
It's on you. What do you know about Kamala Harris, and do you think that she will receive the Democratic Party nomination for president?
Just pretty much what was put out there, like especially in the running for vice president underneath Biden, being a prosecutor and everything, and her being biracial and stuff, so yeah, outside of that, like I don't know too much, but then like her being most people that are in the vice presidency, you don't hear a lot of them because like, even when any of the former vice presidents, you don't hear a whole lot about them. They're always in the background doing whatever they have to do, and they're more focusing on what the actual president is doing and their outlook on the press conferences and stuff like that. You don't see the vice president as much doing any press conferences and stuff like this, or speaking publicly a lot as much as the president is.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore you don't see the second in command out there like that as much as the chief. So yeah, I just hope I that she's gonna do a good running, and whatever your belief is on whoever's running, just get out there and get your vote counted. If you don't believe your vote counts, believe that's a lie in the public. Yeah, everybody's vote counts. So just get out there and vote for what you believe in.
Well said. Tanya, it's on you. What do you know about the VP Kamala Harris, and do you think that she will get that presidential nomination from the Democratic Party?
I know that she was a prosecutor, an attorney general, a senator, and current vice president, current running for president of the United States. And I think that
makes her well qualified.
And I think that she is going to get the nomination, and I think that she deserves the nomination. And I think that no one should hold anything against her for doing her job. That she was working within the system that was already against Black men. So she was doing her job. And I don't see how anyone who is of minority, whether you Black, Asian, Europe, not European, but you know what I'm getting at. Anyone who supports Donald Trump, who is a racist through and through, and does not have our best interests at heart. He only thinks about himself. So I don't see how anyone can support that, but that's
Right.
just my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that she has the energy behind her as of 2008. She has an outstanding opportunity to win. She stands for women's rights, for voting rights, because there's an assault on women and on minority at this present time. And so I'm voting for her.
Okay.
Not because she's Black, but because she is for the people.
She's qualified.
Okay. All right. So let's see what other women do we have? Do we have her for Duchess, are you with us? Is Kiana with us?
I don't think so. I didn't hear her.
Nope. Okay, so we're gonna move on. All right. So we heard from everybody on the panel. If you didn't speak now, to forever hold your peace. All right, moving on. All right, so let me ask you guys.
Did you get Gina?
Yeah, we heard Gina.
Okay.
So let me ask you this question, guys. Do you think that Kamala is going to be able to step from beyond the shadows of her predecessors and become the first woman president, and at the same time be able to basically defend decisions that she's made in the past regarding crime, and without it being held against her? We're going to go to Patsy first. Patsy?
Oh,
You need a minute?
She didn't even hear you,
I
baby.
need a minute, go to someone else and ask me.
All right, I'll give you a minute. So Gina, same question, beloved. Do you think that Kamala's going to be able to step out from beyond the shadows of her predecessors and become the first woman president, and at the same time be able to outrun her past and defend the decisions that she made in the past regarding crime bills and things of that nature? And will it be held against her? I know it's
I think that I agree with Tanya when she said that she was just doing her job. You know, the rules and the regulations and everything have already been set in stone. She was just doing her job. So I feel like she can. If Donald Trump can go out his past and, people still vote for him knowing things that he's done and things that he says, I think that she can too.
okay. Tanya, same question.
I agree with Gina. And also, I also think that the reason why she hasn't, people don't really know much about her, is because the administration kept her behind the scenes. They wanted it to be all about Joe Biden at that time. And that's why they gave her assignments that was going to be difficult for her to, like, they assigned her to voting rights when they knew that that was a deadlock situation in the Senate. They assigned her to trying to find out why there was such a migration coming to the border, going to the other countries, where they knew that that was a hot button topic for political reasons. So the administration basically set her up not to outshine Biden.
Okay.
But now she's out in the forefront. So I think that she would be able to, like Gina said, if Donald Trump can go out here and do all these things that he's done and be a convicted felon and so forth and so on, and still get the votes that he's got, so can she.
All right. All right. I think that's all the ladies that are present. Patsy, are you back?
Oh, yeah, I'm back.
All right. So let's get your thoughts. Do you think that Kamala Harris is going to be able to
Keep
step?
on forgetting Ethan.
No, Itima stepped away. So Patsy, let's get your thoughts. Do you think that Vice President Kamala Harris will be able to step from beyond the shadows of her predecessors and become the first woman's president, as well as outrun her past in the decisions that she made regarding crime bills? And do you think they're going to hold her past decisions against her?
I think she can hold the reins to her advantage. And I pray and hope that they don't get in her way and kind of like do like what they did to Obama, and stop her at every turn that she tries to do something, and really work with her across the aisle and be like, okay, come on, let's just work together, be more unified, better now than before, and just look past not only is she a woman, but a woman of color, and look past that and say, like, look, we got to get a little bit better at being unified, no matter which party we're in.
Well said, well said. All right, let's get the gentleman. Timmy, be brief but be brilliant. Do you think that she'll be able to step from beyond the shadow of her predecessors, and become the first woman president, as well as outrun her past decisions whereas crime bills are concerned?
Who you talking to?
I said Timmy.
No. Sure she could. Sure she could. Look at her accomplishment. All she needed somebody right hand, somebody she done worked with before to come in and they could really do things. Because if she got another person such as herself with the quality Trump or his running mate don't have those type of qualities at all. He don't know shit about law. She does.
Okay. Let's go to Robert next. Robert, can we get your thoughts?
What do you need Clearwater for?
So
I don't know what thoughts you want of mine.
the question is,
hey,
so what you're saying is you need me to repeat the questions. Okay, so what the question is, do you think that Vice President Kamala Harris will be able to step from beyond shadows of her predecessors, become the first woman president, as well as outrun the decisions that she made regarding crime bills in the past?
I don't answer it like this. Just like anyone in this world today, we have a past. There's some things we might have done in our past that's not going to sit well with many. But you can't judge me for something that I probably have bettered myself for. I might have done something wrong and then made it right, or started doing something else that overshine what you might consider being wrong. So when Trump and the Republicans go looking for something she did wrong in the past, sure they're gonna find something. I think I heard him talking impeachment or something right now for stuff that she have done in the past. So, you know, they're looking for every little thing to get her out of this lane she is in right now.
Yes.
Your best kept secret. You don't reveal none of the little details of how great this person is till you need to just start peeling off the layers. Here, have that little bit of information. They was good on that. Next week, you'll find that they did this too, and that was excellent work on her behalf. And then it goes on so and so. But you find something rough, something dark, you dust it off, and you keep dusting it off, and you dust it off, and it starts to shine like the diamond we hope her to be in that White House.
Okay. Bird, let's get your thoughts. Do you feel that Vice President Kamala Harris is going to be able to step from beyond the shadows of her predecessors and become the first woman president, as well as outrun the decisions of her past, whereas crime bills are concerned? Bird, you gotta turn your mic on.
I don't think it's realistic. I don't believe she's going to be the president. I believe she's able to outshine her predecessor and Biden and all of that. And I would believe also, to jump on Tanya's statement, I think all vice presidents are thrown out to these international countries to politically deal for the U.S. on an international level, while our president stands in our, immediate country to deal with our country. But I don't believe her past should dictate her future. Everybody's got a past. Trump's got a past. Trump did some shit out here that they just can't convict him for, but he's done it, and he was still able to be president. He's going to be president again. I'm sorry to say, it's going to be a disappointment.
No, don't be sorry. Stand on your beliefs, your thoughts.
I don't believe our country is ready for that yet. I don't believe our country is going to stand tall enough to make that happen. Because again, you can have the majority of votes, but if you don't get the majority electoral points, you will not win. Many states aren't going to vote for her. She might get the majority of the people, but she won't get the electoral votes to win the presidency.
Okay, stand on that. All right, Mr. Lacey, what are your thoughts?
I don't think we need her. And I believe that your past defines your character. And in her character, it's almost as her father's so-called black side slave owners. I'm gonna lock these black people up and not care about it. Same as y'all keep saying that she was doing her job, but she did things like keep people in there longer than they're supposed to be in there. People that are getting arrested for weed are being locked up for over 12 months and more. You get what I'm saying? So when you're looking at this dirty politician versus the businessman Donald Trump, I don't know how y'all are comparing them when Trump has helped people in the black community compared to what Kamala has done to the black men in the black community. So no, she won't be getting a vote from everybody.
Okay. Sean, do you need to add a question, or can we just get your thoughts?
Can you repeat the question?
All right, and okay, so again, do you believe that Vice President Kamala Harris will be able to step from beyond the shadows of her predecessors and become the first woman president of the United States, as well as outrun her past and past decisions, whereas crime bills were concerned?
The first part, yes. I do believe she can excuse me, out step from beyond all of the Biden policies, because she doesn't have to be held to those anymore. So she can now speak on what she is more passionate about. I do also believe what Bird said, that although she's gonna give Donald a good run, this and the other, I don't think America as a whole is ready for her just yet. The hype is there, but I don't think they're ready for. Let's just throw away the blackness or whatever she identifies as a woman in lead just yet. I don't think the powers to be are ready for that. The latter part, she'll never be able to outlive that because that is how she came on the scene.
Mhm.
So when she had a minute role as vice president, she couldn't outrun it. Definitely not going to be able to outrun it, being as people are going to always have that. And I will throw, I mean, we never do this, but there will be a lot of people that think like Mr. Lacey thinks.
Okay.
And so she will never be able to live that down.
Yeah, well said, well said. All right, same question. Do you think that Kamala will be able to step out from beyond the shadows of her predecessors and become the first woman's president of the United States, as well as outrun her past and past decisions, whereas crime bills were concerned or are concerned?
Well, I can only speak for one demographic. When it comes to the brothers, they're not going to be forgiven on that one, and that's going to be a hard one for her. So she's going to have to stay hard, like I said, with the women in the LGBT community. But to me, it's a setup for her. It's a setup because no matter what, especially for being the first woman, not just even black woman, but just for being the first woman, and then with the plus of her being black, she's going to be scrutinized for every decision she make, whether it's right or wrong. And even if it's more right, they're gonna attack her and make it seem like it's more wrong. Because if it's more right, that means it's leaning to the smaller people than to those people. So it's gonna be too much. For her health, I don't think she should do it.
Yeah.
For her health, I don't think she should do it because look how good she look right now. I'm not saying she's fine and all that, but look at her age and how she looks right now.
She looks
If
in
she
good health.
wins in 4 years, you see how Obama was a smooth cat, came and smooth, looked young. This he nigga walked out almost looking like he needed a cane.
Mm.
It does something to you. That does something to you because you see a lot of stuff and know
Not
a
to
lot of stuff.
mention he smoked a lot of cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
He stressed the fuck out while he was in office. He was smoking
Going
his
out in the
ass off, chain
backyard, smoking
smoking.
cigarettes and shit, hiding
Right.
from the show, smoking cigarettes, stressed out. I don't
Well,
think she
they
can go
said as of right now, they are running neck to neck, and it looks like it's shifting.
And you know, and this is how we're made, and it's not being disrespectful, but a woman is not made to carry the weight of a country on her shoulders. That's not what she's made for. That's not a man can barely do it. So to
That's
give it
right.
to her, it's just not. And I'm not
But
being
we,
male chauvinist or anything. That's just natural nature. She can't do. That's
Uh-oh.
not her nature. That'll wear her down.
yeah, but what we
Uh-oh.
gotta do,
Down.
we gotta get
Where my
past.
lady? Where my ladies at?
We gotta get past how it used to be in our world, how we was
No,
raised,
listen,
or
no,
our
no, no,
parents was
listen. Like
raised.
I said, I'm not saying that I'm not against her not win. I don't,
You
like I said,
might,
I'm not. I don't vote. Period. I give you my reasons why I don't vote. Period, because it does nothing for our people in general, and it's all an illusion. It's all bullshit. But I'm
Uh,
just saying, it's not to me. It's not made for a woman to be
well,
in a
here's
workplace
the
because it's
thing,
too
dude.
hard for her. A woman should not
But
have a hard life like that. And a woman's not made to work for nobody. She's made to stay at home because it runs
oh,
her down and takes away her life. But if she
well,
chooses
you,
to
oh,
well,
do that, she can choose to do whatever she wants.
she's moving the numbers right now. So I'm gonna say this: till we give a lady a chance to try to lead in our country, we will never know what greatness they can get done. We're going to need assumption and our own personal beliefs how it should be with them.
No,
We
it's
have
it's
to,
gotta,
we
a
have to once in our
physical
life.
form is not a belief. A physical form and what you're made for is not a belief and not no one's thinking. That's just how we're made. We're made for that way. Yes, a woman can do whatever she wants, a man can do whatever they want. But when you choose certain jobs and do certain things, there's a weight that comes with it. And some people's body ain't made for that weight and ain't made for. Just like your body ain't made to carry a baby. Your body's
I'm
not
gonna
made to carry a baby.
interject. I'm gonna interject.
I think that's
I'm going to
About time.
this is
interject and
crazy.
say
I'm just
that
listening. It's crazy.
Then tell y'all when
whatever
to
God
step up.
has
What the hell y'all
planned
doing?
for you to do is what you're gonna do, whether
Yes.
your
Yeah.
body can handle it or not.
Exactly.
Because He's
Yes.
gonna
Exactly.
in what is that word?
So Tanya, hold on. So Tanya, so
Endow
you
her with
believe in
the
the Bible. So okay,
with the
since we're
Holy.
talking God, forget a system. Since we're
Mhm.
talking God, God never breaks
Here
an
we
order. So
go.
you're trying to tell me that God will put a leader over his people, and over his land?
Who's his
I'm not
people?
being male
Men?
chauvinist. I'm just going by
This,
scriptures. I just want to answer that question.
So
Hold on,
but
guys.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird.
Hold on, everybody. Hold on, everybody.
God's people is only men. This is what I'm finding.
Right. Like,
No. See, now you're going. There's an order that God never breaks an order. God never breaks his order. He
Not a
never.
book of
If
Jennifer.
God broke his order once,
It's
none
not
of
a
us
book
would
of
exist. None of
Karen.
us. It's about an order. Is no. You're talking about the way world treats women. We're not talking. God don't have women treated that way. God, see, we're looking at things from a sinful way. Oh, men are assholes or women are bitches. I don't look at it that way. I look at it how God's supposed to look at it. If I have a woman, she's supposed to be treated according to the way the Most High says so, not by the way the world standard says so. So that's my way of thinking. And in God's system and His holy order, that will never take place. It will never take place. And y'all know that in this
so
system,
a woman can breed, children, a woman can run a household, a woman can work, a woman can, but she can't run this country.
No, a woman's not meant to lead
Not
men.
Not in
Period.
God's eyes.
Wait.
In this
But that's
system.
your belief. Wait. That's your
You
belief,
said
There
you
was
though.
believe in
never a
God.
woman
That's your
king.
You
belief.
believe in God. That's His order.
There's
That's
never a
not.
woman
Don't
king.
let me.
There was. Didn't you see the movie? There was
Everybody's
a woman
talking about
king. What are you
God.
talking about?
That's a movie.
The Amazon
That was
queen.
real
Do
life.
y'all
What are you
know
talking
y'all
about?
know
That's
what happened in
actually
the
a real
movie?
story.
Hold on.
Don't throw them in.
It's a movie.
So guys,
Ruled the country.
It's a
So
real
much
story.
fiction.
based on a true story.
so guys,
Still
Exactly.
throw
Like,
them
what are
in
you
and cut
talking
their
about?
breast off.
Weird.
Movie.
you can't
Hella weird.
compare.
What's a real story? What are you
Listen, they
talking? What's
killed
a real
all
Hold
the
on,
story?
men and
I know
cut
y'all
their
everybody.
talking
breast
about a
off.
real story. What's a real
Hold on.
story?
Everybody
The
pause for a
woman
minute.
king.
The Woman King is based on a real story. Are you
Yeah,
kidding
that's
me?
not
Yes.
our people.
Yes,
That's not,
Tim.
and I,
Wow.
that's not the God we serve.
So
That's
Patsy,
not in
Well, hold on.
that's
That
not
lady
in the Most
created
High
on a black
situation where He's the
woman.
Messiah. That's
Praise
not in
her.
that situation.
Woman
so
They
King.
serve
Wow.
Patsy,
different gods, just like
Gregory,
these crackers serve different
Blue,
gods. But
Bird,
if you
I'm gonna need all
wanna
y'all
serve
to
their God in their way, that's fine.
hold
But
on,
the
guys.
God that we're all claiming to serve don't do that. That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna
Everybody's
need
talking about Jesus and God, but that's not their order. That's not in the order. That's not in their order. Maybe those people's order, but we're all talking about Jesus and God here. We all know in Jesus and God, that's not the order. It clearly tells you in His book that's not the order. So where am I wrong here? Y'all making it seem like I'm wrong. We're talking about God here, right? Everyone's saying they're Christians to believe in God. That's His order He put in His book. We can go to scriptures and pull that out. That's all I'm saying. That for God's people who believe in God, that's not what the world does.
Well,
They
look
do
at
that.
what you're
They do
addressing.
that.
Y'all all are Democrats.
Gregory,
Y'all,
1 second. I'm gonna need everybody to pause.
y'all are talking about God and
Gregory, now I
abortion.
know you heard me, so don't make me speak over you.
What about abortion?
So this is what I'm gonna say to this. All right, we're already at the 8 o'clock hour. We're already an hour into this. So what I'm gonna say to you guys, let's move on to the next question. Everybody go to your respective corners and let's go to the next question. You guys basically gave a prelude to the next question. The next question is, and before we go any further, all right, let's keep it what it's about. We're talking about Kamala Harris. And if you guys want to talk about God and stuff like that, respect what the other person is saying and respect what's being said to you and return. And that being said, let's go on to the next question. And here we go. So basically, the next question is, women, you guys, this is a monumental time for you guys. Your voice, it needs to be heard. So there's a women's movement that's taking place in the world. do you believe that the women's movement is going to come forth and support Kamala Harris, and will they continue to make certain? Timmy, can I finish the question? Can I finish the question? We're not doing this, guys. We're not doing this.
Yeah.
As I was saying, do you believe that the women's movement, the women are going to come forth and support Kamala Harris, and do you think they're going to continue to have their voice heard, or do you think that they will be silenced by the old male guard? And let's go to the women first. Guys, just pause for a moment. Let's hear from the ladies. Gina.
They just answered the first question.
Well, they did, but I want to know if they believe that they started screaming about it, so I feel like it wasn't heard. This is not the first question. I said this is a question. So again, we're gonna go to Gina first. I said, Gina, do you believe that the women's movement is going to support Kamala Harris, and do you think that they're going to continue to have their voice heard, or will they be silenced by the old male guard?
I think that she will. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm giving a baby a bathrobe. Can you come back to me in like 2 minutes?
All right,
Okay, sorry.
Patsy, same question.
Yeah, I think if the women stay firm to their beliefs and really get out there and vote and stand up on what they believe and actually get out there and vote, like we fought for the right to vote. Yes, we as women with the women's movement, I believe will support Kamala Harris. But as women, we need to get out there and vote, across the board.
All right.
Patsy, were you done?
Yeah, I was done.
All right, Tanya, same question.
I think that the women, how can I put this? God created women to be a helpmeet, not for men to push us down and to have control over us. And that's what's been happening with all this misogynistic behavior going on with the men running this country. We were supposed to help run this country, to bring the love, caring, kindness, hope, and all that aspect into this country. And because the men have been controlling and running this country for so long, that has been absent. And I absolutely think that the women are going to come out and vote because it's needed to help bring calm to this country, to balance it out. That's my view.
Not only that.
And Tanya, you're absolutely correct. Tanya, you're correct. I had nothing against that's correct, because that's proper order. But I'm not saying a woman can't do anything. Trust me, I value women. I don't think y'all should be doing anything hard. That's what I'm trying to say. Y'all not made for that. Y'all were soft creatures. You're right. You're made to stay home and do certain stuff. If you want to go out there, you can choose to do that.
When you say that, dude, it's
exactly
like we were created to be in
just be at home, like, and raise the kids.
That's not true, because
this is how it was. Okay, let me explain it a little bit better.
We bear the pain of childbearing.
All right, I want to explain it a little bit better. Okay, technically, men or women weren't supposed to be working in this type of system. We were supposed to own land have our children work off our own land and do what we're supposed to. We weren't supposed to mingle with them, but until we hooked up into their system and got into their ways, we worked together as a tribe, as a unit, as a people. It was just like you said, it took a village to raise a kid. When we came up in our days, we got chastised by other people's parents. It wasn't like today, oh, don't talk to my child like that. We knew not to say nothing to Timmy's mother wrong, because Timmy's mother would check us, Apple's mother, or vice versa. We knew better than that because the whole community raised us. That's how it's supposed to be. We're not like everybody's so individual. I don't look at, like, how can I say, I don't think, I know men are fucked up and I know women are fucked up, but I don't go into every situation looking like that because I know how it's supposed to be. So when I go into something, I give everyone the benefit of the doubt, and the spirit will tell on you. I don't go in like, oh, all women are bitches, or all women are assholes. Yeah, men are lost and women are lost. That's why if we knew the power together and we played the right position together, we would be more powerful than anybody. And they knew this in the 60s. This is why they wanted Martin Luther King to integrate us, because the only problems we had were with them. We had strong families and strong communities. We didn't disrespect our women. We didn't treat our women like that. We didn't carry that women like that. Now we're acting like our captives. We're doing what the captives do because we got so comfortable saying, oh, everybody else does this, how we doing. So now we're acting like them. Now the disrespect comes, but we never did that.
Now,
Even
Okay, dude, can I ask you a question?
I'm
Didn't you
sorry.
say?
Go ahead. You're right. Someone else talk.
No, wait.
No, I just have a question.
Stop. Before we go any further, I'm gonna need you guys to answer the question at hand. And I'm gonna come right back to you, Gina. But I'm gonna need you to answer the question at hand. And I'm gonna need you to answer the question. I'll get to Kiana. The question is, do you think that the women's movement at hand will come forth and support Kamala Harris? And do you think that they will continue to make certain that their voice is heard, or will they allow the male guard to silence them?
No, I know when we was in the green room before we started, everybody came in. That was my first thing I said, is between the women's movement and the LGBT community, they're gonna make a run with her. They're gonna make a run with her. And I said the only people who's gonna hard to win over are the brothers because of her history in California. But other than that, yeah, she's gonna get it. And she may, and even some of the sisters that were swinging over to the Republican way are gonna come back over here now because she's going to sway them over here. And a lot of people are going to vote for her just because she got a lot of positive things for her. She got more positive than negative.
All right. Hold on, Timmy. Hold on, because I want to bring this back to order because we're having too many sidebar discussions and we're not answering the question at hand. So as I said, I'm going to go to Gina next. Gina, I need you to answer that same question. Do you believe that the women's movement will support Kamala Harris, and do you think that they will allow their voices to be silenced by the male guard?
I think the women's movement will support Kamala, and no, they will not let their voices be silenced.
All right, and you and just to be fair to you, you guys said that you want to retort or refute, whereas something dude said, so I'm gonna give you a time to do that. Be brief or be brilliant.
Okay, he said something like, he said something along the lines of women are not supposed to do hard things, like run for presidency. That's too hard, or something. His wording was something around that. And I just feel like when you say stuff like that, like, women have been everything to this country, and especially Black women, and we have always gotten, the short end of the stick or haven't gotten credit. A Black woman helped, get astronauts to the moon, like, with math and everything. Y'all seen the movie, like,
because we never been to the moon.
Gregory.
No, Greg, let it go, Greg.
That's another thing. So regardless, Black women has always, got the short end of the stick when it came to getting their flowers, and Black women can do anything. she can, just because you think that we can't, it's not supposed to be hard, we're supposed to live this soft life. That's not what the world is nowadays. So I just feel like when you say that, it kind of sounds very misogynistic.
May I respond to that? Because I think that in dudes
got women in the military fighting.
No. Hold on. No, Gina, let me respond to Gina real quick. No, Gina, listen, Gina, I value women. And my thing is valuing women is me as in being a man to protect the women, I want her in the safest environment.
That's what I was gonna say.
The world to me, because I know what the world really does to us out there.
But that's not reality. But that's not reality though.
No, I know. No, the reality sometimes in this is that sometimes you need two paychecks to run a house and you need stuff like that. But the reality is, because I know how this world is on us and on us. I don't like our women out in that world getting the brunt end of it. Like you said,
but who's the most? But I get it, and I appreciate that about you, brother. But guess what? The black woman is the most disrespected in this world. Black woman is the most disrespected.
I sit here and tell you, I may have not been done right by women all the time.
No, but when you say, I understand that when you say, hey, I don't want her in that light. I don't want her in the night, brother. We already there. We've been there. We've been stuck in that same position. Hold on, wait. We've been stuck in that same position for centuries by black men and by everybody else that surrounds us. So when you say, oh yeah, she shouldn't be in that role because I'm trying to protect.
I wouldn't say centuries. If you go back to the 1960s and 40s and beyond, our men and our families were strong, and it wasn't those issues. If you go from the 60s to now, I agree with you. Once we started mixing with those people and being like them, yeah, we act like them. The way we treat each other is not the way we normally treat each other. That's just not. I know it's what we're doing today, but that's not the normal way.
I brought my people in the burning house.
Guys, hold on. I'm gonna ask y'all to pause that, because again, I think we're getting away from it. All right.
Say that for the green room if we can.
If you're just joining us,
Clearwater, where you at?
If you're just joining us,
somebody call Clearwater.
Guys, for real, we're gonna make a mockery of it. Then there's no need to do it.
Let me just say this right here and there.
Let me finish saying what I'm saying.
Whole time they've been galloping along.
Let me finish saying what I'm saying. Let me finish saying what I am saying. There are other people on this panel.
Yes, I've been waiting a long time to get to say something, as well as Kiana and them. You
have to hear from other people. You have to bring other people into this conversation. We don't want to make this about anything other than what we're talking about, and that is Kamala.
You've just allowed 10 minutes of that.
Bro, don't say nothing. I tell them this all.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We had to take a moment to bring the panel back to order. All right, if you just joined us tonight, the topic is Kamala Harris president. All right, now, question at hand is, will the women's movement come forth in support Vice President Kamala Harris in her bid for the presidential office? Will they continue to make certain that their voices are being heard, or will they be silenced by the old guard, which is the male guard? Kiana, are you with us? I'm gonna need everybody to turn your mics on. Kiana, are you with us?
Well, the first thing I would have said, no, none of them forms.
Yes, I'm here.
All right, Kiana, the question, did you hear the question? Do I need to repeat it?
Was they trying to kill
They was trying to kill that African. I heard old guard. So basically, are we ready? Is that what you're asking? Are we ready for a female?
What I'm asking you is the female movement going to support Kamala Harris? Are they going to continue to make certain that their voice is being heard, or will they be silenced by the male guard?
I don't think we'll be silenced by the male guard. I just think that they're like in any
group of people, there are people who are self-sabotaging. So, I mean, a lot of women had the option to vote for Hillary Clinton. They did it. They didn't choose their interests over their partner. I don't need you anymore. Their partner's interests or whatever they believed or heard or said, instead of doing their own research or whatever. So I don't know. I'm believing that women know now that what's on the line for them and their children and their children's children. And I think that this is a more dire time, and believing that there won't be self-sabotage.
All right, I'm gonna bring Berg back into the discussion. Berg, do you believe
Are you kidding me?
Do you believe that the women's movement is going to support Kamala Harris, and do you believe that they'll continue to be heard, or will they allow their voices to be silenced by the male guard?
I mean, the choice of words is difficult for me to agree with, but I do believe the women movement will step highly up, but it's not enough. Period. You can get the woman vote, but you're not going to get much of the black male vote for specific reasons. Like everybody's talking about, I don't know all the logistics of what she's done and did, but I would think that, yeah, her women's movement will step up, but I can guarantee it's not going to be enough.
Okay, well said, well said. Robert, same question.
I'm going to say this. Could you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't know if my phone was on mute or not. I believe that the women are gonna stand up in volume. They are gonna be heard. They're not gonna allow you to silence them. If Trump come out his mouth one time, or the Republican Party even think that they're gonna silence these women by talking down on them and calling Miss Harris a dirty black bitch or whatever he chooses to say, because he gets raw and dirty. Soon as he says it, it's gonna open up a window of those voices will be heard so loud around the world. They're gonna support her. You talking about getting the man's vote, black man's vote? Half of the black men are gay out here, so she got that vote already.
Okay.
Can I hop on what he just said? There's already a record of him calling her a bitch the day after or two after the Biden and his
first debate,
their first debate. So that video will come out, and I believe that will rile up some women. And
Apple sent that to the text if y'all want to see that. Sorry to cut you off, Kay, but she's right. Apple sent that to the text. That's the last text he sent to the group, and that's exactly what she's talking about. That same video's on there. After they had the debate, he told the people that he was going to drop out and that she's right. Go look at it. Apple sent it to the group. Sorry, Kay.
Go ahead, Kiana.
No, that's what I want to know. I mean, say, and for the men who are against her, I would like you to not buy into the narrative and look up her record for yourself, which will dispel all this bot and hoopla, because all it takes is 1 second for a lie to fly all over the place, and the truth will never be heard.
Well said, well said. Okay, Gregory, I'm gonna give you a shot at that. Let's get your thoughts.
I'm gonna say, yeah, they're gonna support her, but what are they supporting? Late term abortion, funding the war, inflation, immigrants coming over here and killing people, Asian reparations. What are we supporting? This person isn't checking off my box.
That's not a woman's right to choose if she should have a kid or not.
I said late term abortion, not if she should have a kid or not.
That woman's goddamn right to do.
Late
That's
term
why he gonna
abortion
lose
is
because
killing.
of that bullshit.
Y'all are godly people. What are you talking about? Everybody on here is Christian, remember?
All right, so we're gonna move on to the next panel member, Sean. What's your thoughts on this? Do you think the female movement, the women's movement, will come forth and support Kamala Harris in her bid for presidential office? And do you believe that their voices will continue to be heard, or will they be silenced by the male guard?
It's actually evidence of it happening as we speak.
Sean,
Turn up your volume.
Guys hear me?
Turn your volume up.
Yeah.
All right, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
sorry. I say yes. There's evidence of it happening as we speak. As of Monday, they have been having telethons where the Black women have come together and rallied in support of her. Starting tomorrow night, there will be a telethon with the Latinos. And then the night after that is the South Asian women are even coming together to support and fund her and this and the other. So yes, I do believe that they will come together. Her biggest support that I hope that she ends up getting is what Biden was leading with over Trump was
you getting those. She's getting those.
What is it, Sean?
Was the older white women. So if she can take on the numbers that Biden had as far as the older white women supporting her, she just might have this in the back.
And she got the youngsters supporting her too.
Yep. Get him, Harris.
Generation.
All right, so everybody pause for a moment. This is what I would like to do before we go for Gregory. We got some video footage where there are some political party members that happen to be female, and they are speaking out in Kamala Harris's defense. We actually have two videos. Gregory, can you play those two videos back to back, please? And everybody else, please pause your mics.
You're talking about the American people speaking, right?
No, Gregory. Two videos, one about Jasmine and one about you have two videos of women speaking. Those are two videos we would like to see.
Gotcha.
Gregory Lacey's screen capsule.
Can you talk about the dangers of Project 2025?
Project 2025 is nothing but a white supremacist manifesto to how they can delete anybody that ain't old, white, and male. That is all it is. It's about attacking diversity, equity, and inclusion. It's about attacking those that don't want to bow down to the orange Jesus and decide that they're going to be his loyalists and do whatever they want him to do. It's about getting rid of the Department of Education, getting rid of the Department of Justice, making everyone subscribe to the way that they understand and interpret Christianity, which I'm sure is the same Christianity that somehow justified slavery. That's why Trump had to go ahead and send that dog whistle about our black jobs. And I got news for him and anybody else. My black ass is exactly where I'm supposed to be, trying to check them and their white supremacy. So essentially what it is to destroy us and to destroy democracy. It also looks at consolidating power in the hands of the president.
Can you talk about the dangers of Project?
Okay, guys, we got one more. Hang tight.
In the event that, Joe Biden is like, I don't swim, as long as I can swim, I can't swim against this tide anymore. I do think the vice president is the only natural choice. From what I have heard from folks, there's a lot of concern from DNC members about the money and what could be raised. I have heard from people that said, well, I don't think the vice president can win. What does it say to the base of the Democratic Party apparatus that a black woman can be vice president of the United States of America, but she cannot have the top job? There's just something about it that says she can't do the work, even though she's been doing the work. It was Vice President Harris that went to the Munich Security Conference and gave a rousing rallying cry and warned our European allies about what was was to happen and how the United States was going to lead. I don't understand it, Mika, this conversation about anybody other than the vice president. If, in fact, Joe Biden can't swim against the tide anymore, it would behoove him, I think, to come out strongly and say what he has been saying. Every time he's been asked about the vice president in the last week, he said, I think she can be president. So Joe Biden should say, in my opinion, if you want me out, you need to show me a plan to make sure it's her.
Meeting tab selected.
All right, guys. So based upon those videos, especially that last one, that last
one was before he dropped out.
All right, let me finish saying what I was saying. Based upon those last videos, those videos we just watched, especially the last one. So I think there's a lot of truth in what the last woman was saying, especially it appears that. Timmy, can you let me finish? Can you let me finish? She is basically saying what is currently taking place right now. This is what's happening right now. All of that has come to fruition. Joe Biden has stepped aside and he has given Kamala the nod of approval. He has endorsed her for president of the United States. So that has already happened. And now that just basically speaks volumes about will the woman contingent come forth and speak and support Kamala. Yeah, based upon what they're saying, it seems like they will. Now,
like the shirt.
I don't know if that's across the board for both the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. I don't know. I'm a bit. I'm indifferent.
Just like the shirt.
I'm indifferent. I am indifferent, whereas this outcome of this election is concerned. So let me take you guys to the next question. Do you think that the American political prejudice will impede the need for new leadership? Let's go to Bird first. Bird? All right, you guys got to turn your mics back on so that you can be heard. All right, we're going to go to, let's go to Patsy next. Patsy, do you think that the American political prejudice will impede the need for new leadership?
In the current state of division, no, but they need to quickly step up to the plate and be a little bit more unified, especially on the Democrat side. And so, you gotta really be better than the Republicans and say, and be as unified, if not more unified, than the Republican Party is now, and come out strong and really support Kamala Harris and whoever she is going to pick for her running mate, and support that ticket 120%, and really be more unified in what's happening now, and really keep her in the ring of success. Because they need to be more successful in positivity than letting Trump's negative feed be out there and win over Kamala Harris. And that's my opinion.
Okay, thank you. Gregory?
Can you repeat the question again?
Do you think American political prejudice is going to impede the need for new leadership?
Are you asking, do I think that prejudice isn't going to allow us to have a woman president or something?
If that's the way you interpret it.
No, I just don't think Kamala is qualified.
Okay. Short and sweet. All right, Robert, same question. You have to turn your mic on so that you be heard. Sean, can we get your thoughts on that question? Do you believe that America's political prejudice will America's political prejudice will impede the need for new leadership?
I think so. Like I said before, I don't think we're enjoying the hype, but we're not ready for that kind of leadership just yet.
Said that about Obama.
That was your answer, Sean? You're done?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can I answer that now? Sorry, I was away from my phone. I'm gonna say it like this. Years ago, I was taking a lesson on President Obama. Not that I'm comparing him because he's black and she's black, but I'm gonna tell you, the world wasn't ready then. They wasn't ready for that man to step into office. But when I was doing my lesson, I said from the very beginning, reading his article, this man is gonna become the president. He's gonna win. Sure enough, I passed my test, came back in there, said, when he became president, you were so right. You said it while you was taking this lesson. You read up on this dude. You was a good judgment of character. I'm gonna say it again. Because you people think the world, because you think the people is not ready. The world's not ready. That's all I keep hearing. Not ready, not ready. And mainly because not only she's of color in some sense, but because she's a woman. Well, you better get ready because we have to November something. And as these days go by, she's going to fight her ass off to get the votes that she needs to win. And everyone that believes in that we need a change is going to fight with her. So I'm going to say, and I'm going out on a limb to say it again.
Yeah.
Welcome to the White House,
you could say
Miss
Kamala Harris.
All right, let's get someone else's opinion. Let's go to Tanya. Tanya, do you think America's political prejudice will impede the need for the new leadership?
I think that it would try to impede the new leadership, but I think that Kamala is going to win because, and I'm going to go back to a biblical reference, God used women in the Bible to fight his enemy on behalf of Israel, of his people, I should say. So just like he used the good, he can use the bad. And I believe that he's bringing her up to the place, he's using her like he used the Deborah, like he used the Esther to fight the battle. And she's going to be victorious.
Yeah. Timmy, do you believe that America's political prejudice will impede the need for new leadership?
Hell no. Hell no. Because she's just well qualified, as Brother Gregory said, she wasn't qualified, but she's well qualified. And like Brother Rob said, get ready. I'm ready for this change. It's time for a change for all the bullshit. So yeah, let's get ready for that.
All right. Gina, same question, beloved. Do you believe that America's political prejudice will impede the need for new leadership?
I think it's definitely going to try, but I forgot who said it. They keep saying they're not ready for that. They ain't ready for that. Well, they need to get ready.
All right.
Yes.
because I
Clear water.
it's gonna happen.
Yes.
All right. Let's Gianna, you still with us?
Yes.
All right, same question. Don't sound so downtrodden like
I'm tired.
let's get this fire because this is about women. I would think y'all be pumped up about this. Do you feel like America's political prejudice is going to impede the need for new leadership?
They're gonna try. They're gonna try like hell. But people who stand out in the middle of the street get hit by cars every day. So
And that's your political analysis.
that's correct.
I mean, stay out of the
Get on
trucker's
board or
way
get
because
left
she's coming.
behind.
All right.
Hello.
Yep.
All right. Sean, let's get your thoughts on this.
I answered it. I answered it already.
Okay. So the person is left off is Dude. Dude, you still with us?
Yes, I'm here with you.
All right. So I'm asking you to be brief, but be brilliant. Do you feel like America's political prejudice will impede the need for new leadership?
Listen, we're in the day of the alphabet letters. I don't want to go through all of them. People doing what they want to do, getting sex changes or playing other sports. I don't think a woman running for president is really, how can I say? I don't think it's really an issue today like would have been like maybe 10 years ago.
It's not far fetched.
It's not far fetched. You know, to some point, people are saying about time. You know what I'm trying to say? It's just we're talking about it because of how it's happening, but it's just it's not it's this shouldn't be a surprise to anybody, male or female, prejudice or
Right.
racist or male beta or whatever, or male chauvinist or whatever. This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody.
Shit, you better be ready for the next game.
No. We're gonna keep it.
That's gonna happen.
We're gonna keep it.
That's gonna happen.
Timmy, we're gonna
But I'm
keep
done.
it to what we're discussing tonight. And we're talking about Kamala Harris. Now, speaking of Kamala Harris,
I'm talking about the first day
let's go to you, let's stay with you. Can you tell us your views? Why do you feel that Obama hasn't publicly endorsed Kamala Harris as a candidate?
Why hasn't he yet?
Yes.
Okay. The Obamas are smart. For one thing, they're very, very smart. Very, very smart. And they want to make sure before they put their name on anything, put their approval on anything, that it's going to be at least decent enough to whatever. So they're going to sit down and talk with her. They're going to sit there. He's going to have a conversation with her. Then after he has a conversation with her, he'll let people know. But I think eventually in the long run, he's going to eventually end up doing it. Because if he doesn't do that, I'm sorry, ladies, that's a wrap. If Obama don't back her, that's a wrap.
Right.
Because people are like, Obama's not backing her. If Obama, but I think he's gonna do. I believe he's gonna do it though. I don't see no reason why he shouldn't. But I think he's gonna do it because that's the only him endorsing her gives her thing a stronger fight, a stronger punch.
Okay.
And then Michelle too.
Sean, what are your views on Obama not coming forth as of yet to publicly endorse Vice President Kamala Harris for president?
Because he doesn't want to jump the gun and make it seem like he's speaking and having that big of an influence on the Democratic Party side. He wants them to come together, do their thing, like really get their SH together and figure this out before he comes in there and starts rallying the troops, if you will.
Okay. Well said. Gregory, same question.
I think he didn't endorse her yet because Big Mike's gonna end up running for president herself. And the Democrat, their plans to keep reading gay books to the kids in elementary school and trainees reading books to kids in the library It's gonna keep happening because we're gonna keep voting Democrat.
Okay. Robert, why do you
Glad you realize.
Robert, what are your thoughts on this? Why do you think Obama has yet to come forth and publicly endorse Kamala Harris?
As he was an intelligent man, he's gonna make an intelligent decision. So I'm gonna say he hasn't made it yet because he's waiting to make what should I say, a strategic move. That means when he endorsed her, it's gonna be when she needed the most. So she can win it all.
All right, well said, well said. Patsy, why do you think President Obama has yet to come forth and give a public endorsement for the presidential office or candidacy?
He's probably waiting on, like someone said before, talking to her first, and then he's probably going around to some of the other members of the party to say, yeah, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this right. So we need to get together and be unified on this issue so we can beat out Trump. So therefore, I think he's trying to have that conversation or get certain people together that are not on the same side and are not on the same page, on the right page number, and really swing them over to being more unified and even better unified than the Republican Party, so they can act and really hit Donald Trump really hard, and give him the same backlash that he has given the Democratic Party.
Okay.
So that's my opinion.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. Timmy, same thing. Why do you think that Obama hasn't publicly endorsed Kamala as of yet?
Well, yeah, like Robert said, he's just being strategic. And you got to look at the Democrats. One thing is to know when to pass the torch. The Democrats has figured that out. They're going to be successful. The Republicans haven't figured that out yet. They still got these goddamn old elderly motherfuckers in there that should be retired, fishing, hunting, whatever they
Nigga, didn't you say Biden was good last week?
But they got a bunch of old.
Well, I gotta go in a second anyway. I had to say it.
Gone, and they should have younger politicians in positions to take over, but they don't. So this is why they are going to get left behind and be a third time loser with that guy Trump.
All right. Tanya.
Yes.
Same question. Why do you feel that Obama hasn't publicly endorsed Kamala Harris for the presidential candidacy?
I think that the Obamas are very intelligent people, like someone else said on the panel, right. and that they are sitting back and watching what's going on and coming up with a game plan on how they're going to go out and campaign for her. He's waiting for her to have the official nod. When the official nod happens, they're going to have 60 plus days before it's election time. So they're gaming out their playbook right now on when she gets the nomination and who her VP pick is going to be, on how they need to go out and campaign and escalate her platform further on what she's campaigning on, and forming it, structuring it in a way where it can be received by all American people, not just Democrats, but some Republicans and independents as well.
Yeah, and Tanya,
Jimmy, hold on. We don't.
They already know what they're gonna do for her because she was part of the package with Joe. Now she's the front person, and Joe's not there, so their plan hasn't changed. It's just gonna elevate.
All right, okay. I want to get the other people a chance to answer. So please, let me get to the other people on the panel. We're running out of time. Gina, same question. Why do you think that Obama has yet to come forth and endorse Kamala Harris?
I agree with everything that Tanya just said. It's about strategy. Obama's a very smart. So when she does get her nomination for presidency, then they'll endorse her. But right now they just chilling, watching, waiting to see how things play out, basically.
Okay, well said, well said. Kiana, same thing. Why do you believe Obama has yet to come forth and give Kamala Harris his endorsement for the U.S. president?
I have to say I agree with Tanya and Gina, but I also think that strategy-wise would not be the first Black president to jump on the first Black woman who's going to think. So he is strategic in that way.
Clearwater.
And they also are probably waiting to see who the vice president will be in order to really say that they agree with that ticket, and then they'll put their name on it, and then they'll stomp out areas that need to be trafficked into the light that's already as blind as the sun.
Okay. Gregory, do we have time for one more video, or do you gotta go?
I'm currently walking out the door, but I'll play the video for you, big dog.
The last video is the one, but let's hear how the American people feel about Kamala and her chances of winning said election.
Gotcha.
Oh gosh, I know what this is. I've seen it. It's not good.
Gregory Lacey's screen tab selected.
It's a sad state of affairs, to be honest with you. Half of the country is one way, half of the other. It's just very sad.
I think I'm excited that he dropped out. I don't think she's the best pick either, though. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be interesting.
I think it's an unfortunate time for our country that the president was forced to step back. I think he had no choice but to endorse Kamala during this period.
Is probably what we need right now.
I'm not surprised. Just watching interviews with him, it just seemed like he was, deteriorating. Not to say that he isn't a good president. It just didn't seem like he should run again.
Sad that he decided not to run because he was a man with a good heart that cared about this country more than himself.
He's done an admirable job, but as I have had conversations with my wife and my family, I told her, I think the age factor was so overwhelming.
It was hard and it was harsh and it was painful. I can't imagine how painful for him and for his family. But the country, I think we needed this, and we can only be grateful.
We don't have much to choose from, left or right. That's just my personal opinion.
So I don't think we'll be good with or without him. We have a long way to go.
Meeting tab selected.
All right, thank you, Gregory. And now we heard.
Yes, sir. Good night, y'all. I'll talk to y'all in a second.
So
Good night.
we heard how they
Good
feel.
night, Greg.
Let's get the panel's opinion. Timmy, and these are basically you guys' final thoughts. Do you believe that Kamala and her campaign, her staff, can put together a successful campaign to win this presidential election if she is giving the nomination? Let's make that clear. Timmy, if Kamala Harris is giving the Democratic nomination for U.S. president, do you think that her and her campaign staff can put together a successful campaign to win the 2024 presidential election? And be brief, but be brilliant.
I sure did. And no doubt about it. She's on it. Because women's rights. She can beat him on that just alone. Because he bragged about taking it away.
Okay.
So those who thinking that is cool to take women's rights, then you the goddamn fools that say that women don't have the right to choose what they can do with their body.
Okay. Patsy, same question. Presuming that Vice President Kamala Harris is given the Democratic presidential nomination, do you believe that her campaign staff can put together a successful campaign to win the 2024 presidential election?
Yes, I do. It'll be a tight squeeze on the fighting topics, the top topics that she wants to deal with, and how and to write it up in a feasible way. It's hard to kind of type it up and put it all together, but I think it's feasible. I think they can actually do it, even though they have approximately about 2 months, 2 to 3 months before the election is up. So yeah, basically.
Okay. Robert, same question. Robert, you gotta turn your mic on.
I'm sorry, I had to get my door.
You need me to repeat the question?
Yes, please.
All right. So if Kamala Harris is given the Democratic nomination, do you believe that her campaign team can put together a successful campaign to win the 2024 presidential election?
If and when we're gonna talk that into existence, when she receives it, I think that she will put together people behind her that's gonna carry her into victory. I say it can be done. She just has to have the support, the great support of women and men. Who cares what color, but you need the support from the men and the women. I'm not gonna say the gender in between because they already smashed in the middle. So overall support can take her there. I will say this though. I don't want no one to change their beliefs after she wins and become our next president. You said it couldn't be done or you didn't believe in her. Do not switch up when it start looking like she's winning. Because I am going to be that guy, Mr. Clearwaters, to remind you that you said it wasn't time and it couldn't happen.
Okay. Gina, same question.
I think it's gonna be tight, but I think it's possible.
Sweet, thank you, appreciate that. Dude, same question.
My bad. Do you repeat the question again?
If she is given the Democratic nomination for the U.S. presidency candidacy, do you think that she and her campaign team can put together a successful campaign to win presidential election?
Okay. Of course, because you know why? They're gonna have to. They're gonna have to put all they can into her, because it's not about her either. It's about the whole Democratic Party. If they look weak back on her and they make it look sloppy back on her, then just anybody who's voting Democrat who has doubts and who have skeptical of them now will really lose their trust. So they're gonna go all out. They're gonna put out rings and whistles. They're gonna try to bring out any star they can bring out. They're gonna try to bring out any politician out. They're gonna do whatever they gotta do to make her look good.
No, I don't want that back on.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor
Swift.
Tanya.
The Taylor Swift fan and Taylor is going to support her.
Timmy, dude, was you finished?
Yeah, I'm finished, but that's all they're gonna do. They're gonna have to. This is their last stand. They're gonna have to. If they don't do this for her, then like I said, the people who got second doubts, who are second guessing, who are on the border, they're just gonna lose them too, and they're gonna be in a shithole. Like who said earlier, Big Mike's gonna be running for president after that, and then y'all don't be surprised if he wins.
All right, Tanya, I'm gonna give you a chance to answer that question. Y'all have disrespected Michelle Obama all night by referring to her as Big Mike. Let it be known for the record.
No. I'm sorry. No, I'm talking about the real Big Mike. I don't diss Michelle Obama. Oh no,
Big
not
Mike
me.
is from the Ghetto Boy.
No.
I'm talking about the one. I'm talking about the rapper Big Mike, not Michelle Obama. I'm not dissing Michelle like that.
There are other people that was referring to Michelle.
Mr. Lacey.
Calling her Michael. So I just want to make that clear. Tanya, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Do you need me to repeat the question?
Somewhat.
All right.
I think that if they don't put together a kick-ass campaign and they falter, it's gonna be devastating.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Taylor Swift is
Timmy, you had your final thought.
Go ahead, Taylor.
All right, so let me make sure I got everybody got a chance to do it. Sean, let's go to you next.
Lauren Hill is coming out the closet too.
Go ahead, Sean.
I believe her team will go all out and do any and everything that they need to do to make sure that she has a successful campaign. I still feel somewhere down the line the powers to be will dictate all of this.
All right. Kiana, you still with us?
Yes, I am.
All right, beloved. So at this time, I'm gonna ask everybody else to basically mute your mics, because I'm gonna have Kiana basically have the final.
Take us home, Kiana.
But before that, Kiana, will you permit me to address, give you my point of view as it's concerned?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So again, my stance on this is this. I feel like in order for America, and first with the Democratic Party, we are definitely going to have to put aside all of our prejudice. And that is prejudice whereas race is concerned, prejudice whereas her sex is concerned, her gender. Because and I think that's going to be hard for some members of the American nation as well as the political parties, both on the Republicans and the Democratic side. Next, if these guys, the Democrats, do not have a plan already drawn out, you know, if you fail to plan, then you are planning to fail. And I think that is going to be the situation, whereas these guys are concerned. Also, I feel like that the president, Joe Biden, has, you know, done what he can do.
It's the right damn thing.
It's time, Timmy. And you know, he's done all that he can do, and he's ready to pass the torch. And he has picked Kamala Harris to go on and lead the charge. So I think that again, we as America, they say they respect what Joe believes, then they should respect his choice, whereas that's concerned. But we shall see. Also, the playing field has changed, and the narrative has also changed, because once there was an argument made whereas Joe Biden would be the oldest presidential nominee, now it is Donald Trump who has to basically battle those prejudice, whereas age is concerned. See?
No, he got to eat his own goddamn word.
So Kiana, that being said, would you go ahead and give us your thoughts, whereas Kamala is concerned, and do you believe that she can win this election?
I believe that she can win if, as you said, if everyone puts aside their small or large grievances for whatever reason they have. But then I also have to say that people have to really look inside of themselves. Are you basing your belief upon what you heard instead of facts? I feel like there's a lot of that going on, and people need to really seek knowledge for themselves instead of listening to what they heard or what a third person might have said, or what. So all of that needs to be put aside. I think she'll have a great team behind her, because I believe the team that was behind them both will now focus on her. And you know, the people are going to try to, there's going to be all this nonsense that comes out, or hearsay where there'll be no truth to it. And I'm just hoping that sound is not as loud as the swell of the people who are truly ready to support her as the nominee.
Not as bad as they wanted to not let him win, win because of what he stands for.
That if it's about a party and not about self, she'll glide in there like she's on a surfboard. But if people are going to be about self and selfishness, that'll be the demise to that party. And then who knows what's going to happen in 4 years if there is even any type of election or anything going on after that. So those are the questions that you have to ask yourself.
That's why he ain't gonna win.
Is it about myself? Is it about my country? Is it about my whole family and our livelihoods? What do we really believe? And what do we really support?
Right.
You guys all have to go.
All right,
good night,
ladies and
okay?
gentlemen. This has been the Still a Man podcast show. Again, support our sisters. God bless y'all. Good night.